welcome back to another video. My name is Ron and this is MotorTube. Today is a special day. I finally got my hands on this Chrysler 300, and this isn't just a regular Chrysler 300. This is a Hellcat Chrysler 300. I know you guys probably haven't seen anything like this. So we're gonna meet the owner and he's pretty much gonna talk us through this car and what it took to build this car and how much it cost to build this car. So here's the car. We're gonna do a quick walkthrough before we get to talk to the owner, and he's gonna pretty much explain everything about this car. So as you can see, this started out as a what? Chrysler, just a
300C.
okay.
V6. It was fully loaded, like the nav, panoramic. You even had the blind shade in the rear window.
Okay.
I deleted it because it was no purpose.
So what year was the car?
16.
It was a 16.
It's a regular 300S bumper, but the reason why we didn't put the fogs because of the the cooling system behind it.
Okay,
so,
kind of like the Hellcat.
Exactly.
Okay.
So if you look through it, you can see the.
So that's why it kind of looks more aggressive than a usual one, just because he doesn't have the fog lights. Okay, so the hood, we could tell that this isn't just a regular Hellcat hood. Yeah. This is a 300 hood, because I could tell from right here. Yeah. It's a 300 hood?
Challenger style 300 hood.
Okay.
So that's why you see the scoops are separated like the Challenger.
Yeah.
Rounded up.
I see.
It's made by Hood.
Wow, look at that.
3 months to get this.
Wow. Just look at the body lines. It's crazy. Wow. And then obviously you got the 300 headlights, obviously. And then also another thing he did is he put the 5-spoke Hellcat wheels with the 6-piston Brembo brakes. So obviously this all came from a Hellcat, and then you put them on this, right?
This is off a Charger.
Okay.
The rears are 20 by 11s, the rear wheels.
Okay.
And the fronts are 20 by 9.5.
So, and he also put the Hellcat badge right there. So he's not up badging. This is a Hellcat, and I know you probably run into a lot of people that think you're up badging and then they want to race this and then they lose. So let's move on to the back. So how wide are the tires back here?
305s.
305. So they look so good. And then the back, you pretty much didn't change much. What about the exhaust? Is it a Hellcat exhaust?
It's a Hellcat exhaust. Has no X-pipe and no mufflers. So just straight from the cat to the exhaust.
Okay, and the tips are just from a Charger. Okay, so nothing changed here. And then check out the plate, guys. Don't test this man. Now you guys know not to test him. So now we're gonna hop inside and check what's in the interior. He changed all that up as well. So this came off a Hellcat, or is this from a 300? Okay. So you obviously put the carbon fiber. Okay, he got the mats also of the Hellcat. The seats as well, right?
All off the Charger. Everything's off the Charger.
Okay, all these seats are off a Charger. Red seat belts as well. So I'm gonna show you guys that. Let's hop in here. And he got the Hellcat steering wheel. So here's one thing I'm kind of confused about. So this is a 300 and a Charger.
Right. So a 300, has that halo bezels, the blue.
Yeah.
The blue. So we separated both bezels, and then we installed the red background in the 300.
Okay,
bezel.
I see.
So that way it goes to 200, and it has all the the testing, performance, all that stuff.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So you had a lot of technology things you had to take care of.
The small stuff is what took the time. The putting in the engine and trans was easy.
Right.
Yeah.
So as you can see, he got more carbon fiber here. Everything here is pretty much off of 300. Let's actually turn this thing on. I know you guys want to hear this thing. And also look at this. Got the red key. I mean, this guy went as far as getting the key too, so it's crazy. So red button. Wow. You got the Hellcat symbol right there. Look at that. So I want to go through the menus. Can you go through? Okay, so you got all that stuff, huh?
Everything's in there.
That's cool. How do you go back and forth? Or
there you go.
Wow. So this thing averages 5.2 miles per gallon. Not bad for a 300. So all that is there, and let's check out here. So this is this off a Charger?
Off a Charger too, yeah.
Off a Charger? Okay. So you got the SRT mode, you got track, sport, custom, auto, all that good stuff right from a Hellcat in the 300. So that's pretty cool as well. And I want to show you guys one more thing. He also has a panoramic sunroof. So this is obviously just off the 300. The 300 has it. So that's that. Let me show you guys the back seat.
The extra headliner used to be beige or tan, and then we switched it with the black one.
To black. Okay, so the headliner is, as well. The rear seats. So here's one question I got for you.
Yeah.
How did you fit like it off a Charger? Did it give you any trouble, or everything off a Charger just fit in here?
Yeah, I mean the actual structure of the car, you know, it's
based
a Charger.
off of, yeah.
It's the same thing as a 300. So you know, even the bolt pattern for the seats, it's the same exact spot.
It just fit in there like a glove.
Yeah. You know, actually the harness, you know, from the car to the seat, it didn't matter because we took it off the Charger, so it just plugged in and it worked.
Everything plugged in.
Yeah. So like, let's say if you got these seats and you're putting them in a 300, then it won't work because the actual harness of the car is from a 300. But the harness for the car right now is off a Charger Hellcat.
So can you take Chrysler seats and put them in a Hellcat?
Yeah.
So it just fits.
It's the same thing. But you're gonna have problems like maybe the seat won't work or the heated seats won't work just because.
So do you have any problems right now?
No.
So everything
works.
off a Charger works in there right now. Yeah. Okay.
In the beginning, we had a problem where when you buckle the seat, the airbag, or not the airbag, the seatbelt light will still stay on. So we had to get the whole new harness off an 18 Charger and put them in these because the seats were off a 15. So the harness is off of 18, so you know when you plug in your seatbelt, the light will still stay on, like it would have read it.
Okay.
So we switched it over, and then it worked.
So now everything, when it comes to the interior, works 1000%.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
Okay. Now let's pop the hood because I think everybody wants to see that. That's what we're here for.
It's a fake Hellcat, guys.
This thing, it just is. I love this. I love this thing. I love this thing. Guys, there it is.
That's crazy.
You see that? It's a Hellcat in a 300 body. That's crazy. So, okay, right here, he obviously got the leg maker intake, which makes it whine a lot more. So, was this easy to put in there? Like, what was the most difficult part of doing this? If somebody out there wants to do it.
So, when we got the 300, we stripped it to the bone. It was just a piece of frame.
Okay.
And then, you know, we started by putting the harness in from the rear to the front. And then the easy part is putting in the engine, actually. We put it in as one piece with the cradle, so it's just 4 bolts and it's in there. Okay. But then actually working on the interior and then making everything work was the time-consuming part.
So everything in here, trans, I mean everything is off a Charger Hellcat. Yeah. Exhaust as well, right?
Exhaust.
So everything under the car is all a Hellcat.
Everything's off a Charger, yeah.
And then it was simple, it just worked?
Yeah, everything plugs in. But like I said, it works. But I mean, let's, for instance, the dash. I mean, it took me 2 weeks just working with the bezel and heating it and stretching it to make it fit in there. That way, I have the Hellcat dash in there that goes to 200 miles per hour.
And you did all this yourself?
Yeah, we had a group of guys. I had a guy for the body work, a couple guys for the electrician and stuff like that. So.
Okay, what made you do this? Like, why would you? You know, I know this cost a lot of money and time. What made you even think about even doing that? Because most people just go get a Hellcat and get it on. Yeah.
I mean, this is my third 300 with the SRT.
So you had the 300 first, right?
Right. I've had 2 SRTs, just regular 13, and then one was a 14, and I loved it. You know, it's my favorite car, a Chrysler 300. Right. So when they stopped making it, they were supposed to make this body style with a 6.4. And they canceled all that.
I know they have them in Dubai, but not here.
Right. So I'm like, fuck it. So I bought one. I had a Charger Hellcat before this. Right. And then when I sold it, I'm like, I have to have a Hellcat in one of these. So you
basically found a crashed.
Yeah, it was smashed. Yeah.
Smashed Hellcat.
It was hit real bad on the side, but the engine, transmission, that was good. And everything inside of it.
So, do you mind telling us how much this build cost if somebody out there wants to do it? Now, obviously, you're probably not gonna mention the labor you did because you did it.
I mean, if you're not gonna have another car to work with, you're gonna be spending a lot of money.
So you got to get a smashed car.
Even like the harness is off a Charger.
Okay.
Like, you know, the windows wouldn't work if I didn't use the harness off a Charger. So you need literally, I mean, if I show you.
You need a donor car, basically.
You need a donor car.
Right.
You know, there's a lot of people who try to do it, and I've spoke to them, and they failed because it's, you know, you can't.
You need cars.
Right.
So, what would you estimate it costing?
Parts alone, or?
Mention the car.
I mean, I paid about 24 grand for the car.
Okay.
The donor car.
Okay, 20 grand, 28 grand.
24, and I'll say for labor, for someone to do exactly what I did, you're looking at probably another 5 grand. So you're looking at 30. I mean, at
5 grand for exactly everything?
At least to do the swap, you know, not with the interior details and all that stuff. Just for the engine, like the fuel and the electricity.
Okay, so 5,000 just for that. Okay, what about everything else you did? How much?
The body work, it was a lot of time because I mean the hood, you know, it's fiberglass, it doesn't fit perfect. You need to put time into it, you know, sand it down.
How much did the hood cost?
The hood was $850.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But we were about probably 25 hours, 26 hours just in prep time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy, the amount of time. So
it was a lot of time.
Give me like an estimate of total of how much you think it cost you.
With the car,
with both cars, with everything.
Close to 55.
55,000 with both cars.
Yeah.
And like the labor.
My labor, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the labor together, how much you think?
I'll say around
80, 85 maybe.
I mean, I'll say low 70s.
Low 70s.
Yeah,
which, but people don't understand that the time that went in there. How much time did it go in this?
6 months.
6 months.
Way more than that. Then.
I mean, the thing is, it wasn't like an everyday work on thing.
Right.
I mean, we worked on it, and then we were held back on waiting for a part, and then we left it for like 2 weeks, and then came back.
So parts, you had to wait for a lot of parts, right?
Yeah, because when the car was sitting on the side, some of the stuff was destroyed, so I had to order those separately. Like the rear end was all screwed up. I had to get a rear end off another one. Some of the electrical was cut up, so I had to get another electrical harness from the dealer.
Right.
But I'd say if we had everything from start to finish, I would have had it done like in 3 months.
That's not bad.
That's not bad, yeah.
That's not bad.
Right.
But it does cost money, and you obviously had a lot of patience to deal with this. I mean, this thing, you know, imagine took you 25 hours to deal with the hood. That's I mean, most people would probably give up at that time.
I mean, the thing is, I could have left it, but I mean, having this much money in the car and
you want it to be perfect.
It wasn't.
You want it to be perfect.
Yeah. I had it just sitting, you know, with the primer on for a week, just to make sure it's soaked in there and dried up. So, I mean, I took the time on it because we started in the winter. We started in late October. Right. So it didn't make sense to finish it up and just have it sitting in the snow. You
actually ended at a perfect time, you know, because you know, spring is right around the corner. So this was a 300 hood that you sent out, or you just got it that?
So Amerihood makes these aftermarket Hellcat hoods. So you can anyone can order this.
Right.
So it's the only thing I could have wished I got, but I mean I don't regret it. It's the Charger style, where the vents are a little bit closer to the center. Okay. But I mean, I looked at it after finish. I didn't
ever think about maybe a Demon? Because I might have seen a 300 with a Demon hood.
I've seen it, but it wasn't clean. I mean, the body line, it was just.
It didn't look right. Yeah. Okay. Cool, man. You guys, listen. You guys gotta follow him on Instagram. I'll put it right here. You obviously are gonna continue to modify it in other ways, and so.
I'm keeping it for a while.
Right.
Yeah.
So do you think you have another project in mind anytime soon, or this took enough?
For now, I mean, it's took enough time. So
you're chilling now. So guys, there it is, man. I had to come out here. I had to get a video of this. Let me just show you guys one more time, man. A 300 turned into a Hellcat, and we're not just talking about a motor swap. We're talking about wheels, tires, brakes, exhaust. I mean, the interior, the dash, everything. I mean, everything this guy went through cost him so much money, cost him so much time, but he got a one of one. So it's literally a one of one. So anyways, guys, let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think? Are you guys a fan of this 300 transformed into a Hellcat? Let me know in the comments below. You gotta appreciate people like him that take the time out of their day to just do something like this, a cool build that no one has done out there, and I'm so glad I was able to get my hands on it. Now, I know there's one thing that we didn't do, but you guys are gonna have to wait until the next video to see where we take this thing out for a drive and see how this thing handles, how it drives, and how quick this thing is. So stay tuned for the next video. Turn your notification bell on, because I will be dropping that in the next day or two, so stay tuned for that. But that's all I got for you guys. If you guys liked today's video, give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to this channel, smash that subscribe button. Make sure you follow him on Instagram, and I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out and have a beautiful day.